as it's been since the 90s, early 90s. And the head coach for Revere would be Chris Kingston. Jarrell Bird set to tip off for Lynn Classical. Oh, and the opening tip goes to Revere High School with number 5, Anthony Cimino taking it. And Revere looks to swing it. With the shot, and it's off, and Vince Spence gets the rebound. As he pushes up court, he goes up, drives, off the boards. And number 24, Steven Morello got the rebound. As Classical gets back on defense. And the little tip with Michael Imbrasio running point. And a good D by Lynn Classical. And number 11, Chris Flint took the shot, but couldn't get it to fall. Jarrell Barberini takes it for Lynn Classical. Roberto Vallon with the 3, but he misses. And number 5, Anthony Cimino, a good guard for Revere, senior captain, gets the ball as he dishes it to number 21, Imbrasio. And they're dishing it. Jarrell Barberini playing tight defense with the pass, and Jarrell Barberini gets the steal to Jarrell Bird, the freshman. Oh, a little trip, messed. And and Roberto Vallon starts it off for the night as he gets a nice little touch. Classical up, 2-zip. With 14 and 12 to go in the first half. Number 11, Flint gets the ball and he drives and he makes a shot. Quickly tied up, Jasper Grasser gets the ball, dishes it to Roberto Vallon, dishes it back to Grasser. And Jarrell Barberini couldn't handle the ball, but he gets it back. And he gets it back to Grasser. And Jarrell Bird with the shot in the middle, in and out as he misses. And Revere's guard will take it up, Cimino. And the pass to number 2, Anna Marati. I believe he's a football player too. And the travel by Revere as Classical gets the ball on a turnover. Jasper Grasser takes the ball up nice and slow. He's coming up, taking his time as Coach Grasser calls the play. And he dishes it to Vince Spence. Vince Spence, nice little move. Passes it back to Grasser. Not a very good pass at all. It's a turnover by Lynn Classical. I believe that's their first of the night. As Revere looks to dish it in. And the pass back to number 2, Anna Marati, a junior for Revere. The Revere Patriots at this. And Flint gets the foul. And the foul on Vince Spence, that's his first of the night. And Flint misses the first of 2. And he makes the second one, 1 for 2. Chris Flint puts Revere up 3-2. Dishes it. And Jasper Grasser made a nice pass. Roberto Vallon just went up and totally just got over everyone and made the shot. Nice little layup. Cimino. Oh, and Chris Flint gets a shot. Nice little pass by Cimino. Jasper Grassa dishes it to Jarrell Barberina. Back to Jarrell Bird in the middle court. And Roberto Vallone looks to drive. Oh, and that looks to be his signature move. While Steven Morello of Revere fouls him. And he'll be at the line for one play. A chance for a three-point play here. This shot here would put Classical up by 2. Roberto Vallone misses. Couldn't get the three-point play, and Revere gets it back. As Cimino drives up the court. Trying to do a little crossover move on Jasper Grassa. And Briasso takes it up, gets it blocked. 22 gets it back. Muteba, the junior sensation at Revere High. And the dish to Jarrell Barberina. Back to Jasper Grassa. And Vince with the turnaround shot. Oh, and he gets it, it drops. Nice little fadeaway jumper for Vince Spence. That's his first bucket. It's buckets of the night. And a miss by Enamorati. And Vince Spence drives up. Pass it to Jasper Grassa. Oh, and it's off-white. Refs call it, oh no, it's staying here. Refs signaled originally to Revere, but ball clearly went off of Revere. A little clock trouble going on here with the shot 30-second clock. The refs look to take care of that so we can get on with some basketball for the night. And Roberto Vallone looks to pass it in to Barberina, to Jasper Grassa, as Jasper Grassa looks to set up the offense. Violation on Lynn Classical. Violation, they called out of bounds on Jarrell Barberina. Nobody knows what that was about. But the game must go on. Cimino is putting a move on Michael Quintana. And Jose Rivera, sophomore sensation for Lynn Classical, dishes to Kavari Jackson. And looked to be an alley-oop, but a little dish to Jose Rivera. And Jose Rivera, right off the bench, makes his presence known. As Flint gets the ball for the Patriots. Back to number 2 in the Maradi. And they put it back to Cimino there at point guard. And to Flint. And a nice little shot. Roberto Vallone was covering him, but right over him. Nice little matchup tonight, I think. And Vince Spence with the three-point, and he makes it. And Vince Spence looks to be taking over. Well, not yet, but I believe he will, sooner or later. As one of Classical's very, very, very talented players. And Muteba, little trip, as Revere gets the ball with the score 13-9. Clock winding down in the first half. And a travel called on Imbrasio of Revere High School. And Michael Quintana looks to inbound the ball. 2 football plays in the backcourt for one Classical. Michael Quintana and Kavari Jackson at the 1 and 2 position. And a foul called on number 5, Cimino. Excuse me, number 11, Flint called for the foul on Jose Rivera. That's on the floor. That'll be taken out of bounds by Michael Quintana. And the passer, Roberto Vallon. And Michael Quintana with the three-point shot, and it's good for three. And it was in, out, and back in again. And the pass to number 21, Imbrasio, as he dishes it to Muteba. Out of bounds called on Muteba. Got out of control and just went out of bounds. Michael Quintana looks at inbound to Kavari Jackson once again. But looks this time, Michael Quintana will be setting up the offense for Lynn Classical as he passes it to number 4, Cameron Smith, and to Jose Rivera. And this kid is good. Nice size. Jose Rivera gets another bucket. Nice size, strong player. Very good sophomore. Sophomore sensation, I'll call him. And Flint gets the ball. And they call it out of bounds as the Revere coach doesn't agree with the ref. And Roberto Vallon gets the ball as he drives on the baseline and he makes a shot. And this game is getting a little out of hand as Revere's down by 10 with the clock winding in the first half of the game. And Muteba gets the ball. Foul called on number 0, Roberto Vallon of Lynn Classical. Fouled Muteba. As James Lee Josephs looks to sub in for Roberto Vallon. His first minutes of the game. 21, Imbrasio drives on Michael Quintana, dishes it. Jose Rivera gets a steal. He's there to take it, and he gives it back to Michael Quintana as Michael Quintana looks to set up the offense. Passes it to Rivera. And to the corner, Kavari Jackson. Oh, no good for James Joseph. Gets up there, and the shot tipped. And they call a foul on the three-point line. Michael Quintana is going to the line for 3. Nice ball moving by Lynn Classical tonight. Making a few things happen here. Timeout called by Revere. I originally thought it was Lynn Classical, but it looks to be Revere. Tommy Grasser looks to round up his troops for a little meeting, as Revere coach Chris Kingston looks to do the same. Classical coming off a 64-62 loss against Beverly on Friday night. Classical played a great game. At one point in the game, they were down 15, 16 points, but they rallied back, but just couldn't make it happen. And they're looking good tonight as they're up 10 in the first half with 8:10 to go in the game. And Michael Quintana will be taking his 3 shots as he got fouled on three-point line by Muteba. And he makes the first one. The first of 3 he makes. Chance to put Classical up. Oh, and he makes the second one. He had a chance to put Classical, potentially to put Classical up by 13, but we'll see if he do it as he's 2 for 2 and makes all 3 of them, puts Classical up by 13 points, 22-9. 8:10 left in the game, and Classical looks to put on the pressure. Classical's a good pressure team. James Joseph gets a steal to Cameron Smith. Oh, and a double dribble called. Double dribble called on James Lee Josephs. Turnover. Revere Patriots should get the ball back. As number 3, Broadford looks to get in the game for Revere High. His first minutes tonight. And Flint looks up. And Jose Rivera with the block, but it's called a foul. Nice little block, but called a foul. It didn't look like a foul from here, but guess the refs know better. His hands were just a little bit longer. He would have been a nice little block, but he's not Sean Williams. That'd be Sean Williams, BC. Chris Flint misses his first shot, a 2. Flint with his second shot, and it's no good. They get the rebound. And number 24, Steven Morello got the rebound. Classical's back on offense, 22-11. Mikey with the shot, and it's good for 3. Michael Quintana, 2 for 2, actually 2 for 3 on the night for 3. Wow, and number 3, Danny Broadford. Senior Revere takes it up strong on Lynn Classical. Michael Quintana looks to set up the offense, and Kavari Jackson dishes it. Jose Rivera, oh my goodness, what a nice play. Nice little ball movement by Lynn Classical tonight. Looking good. Looking very, very good. And 21, Ambrosio handles the ball. Back to Flint. Number 11 takes it up. Flint with the shot. And a nice little Michael Jordan shot, I called it. Not as pretty as Michael Jordan, but it gets him 2. 27-15 to score. In the dish, James Lee Josephs. Back to Michael Quintana. And a travel called on Michael Quintana. Number 5, Shimino looks to take the ball up court. Kavari Jackson looked to have a little steal, but nope. And Muteba takes the ball up. And he gets fouled. And David Manalese, seeing his first minutes of the night, gets his first foul. He's a senior. Listed as the only center on this team. They have a couple of big guys, but their forwards, Manalese standing at about 6'3", 6'4". Big kid. Resembles Brian Scalabrine of the Boston Celtics. As Muteba looks to make his shots. And he misses the second. Michael Quintana looks to take it up court. Dishes it to Cameron Smith. Cameron Smith dishes it back to David Manalese, back to Kavari Jackson. Nice little ball movement. Michael Quintana looks to swing the ball to Kavari Jackson. Kavari Jackson with the 3-point shot, and he misses. Jamie Lee Joseph gets the rebound. Back to Michael Quintana with the 3-point shot. Oh, and it's in the air off the back of the rim. And he misses. Nice little look, but misses. And Flint looks to get the ball. Oh, and he misses, and Cameron Smith gets the rebound back, and he pushes it to James Lee Joseph. James Lee Joseph with a nice little shot, but he misses as he drives. As Cimento looks to take the ball up. Oh, wow. And number 3, Danny Broadford's been doing good since he got in the game. The junior for the Patriots. And Coach Grasser calls his first timeout of the night. And we're back to action here as coming off a Lynn Classical timeout. As the subs look to come in for Lynn Classical. 3 seniors, 3 captains, Jarrell Barberina, Vince Spence, and Roberto Vallon look to come in. We're back on the court, we have Michael Quintana. Passes it to Cam Smith, back to Michael, and the shot. Oh, and it's good for 3 again. Michael Quintana is going off tonight. Michael Quintana has 12 points tonight. Straight off of 3-point shots. Well, 3 of them he got from foul line. And he gets a steal, and he takes it. And Michael Quintana with a showcase of the night tonight. 14 points on the night. And Michael Quintana looked to have another steal. But just hit it a little too hard and it went out. Michael Quintana, the game right now at the point in the game high, 14 points. And the dish is Cimento from the Patriots. looks to bring it up, but he can't. Roberto Vallon handles the ball. Passes it to Jarrell Barberina, but Jarrell Barberina looks to get a look. Vince Spence with the nice little jump shot, and it's good for 2. Vince Spence, four-year sensation here at Lynn Classical. Very, very good kid. Very good basketball player. And I say very good basketball player. And Muteba dishes it. And Lynn Classical gets the ball back as David Mayalese gets the rebound. And the dish to Vince Spence. Vince Spence with the three-point shot. Oh, and it's off. Nice little look. Couldn't get it. Cimino looks to bring up the ball for Revere. Number 3, Broadford handles the ball. Looks to call plays. Number 34 just got in the game, Eric Meager. And Meager misses, and Roberto Vallon gets the ball back. And looks to cross over, and the pass to Vince Spence. Oh, a nice little play. Couldn't get it in, but Vince Spence is fouled. Vince Spence fouled by Eric Meager. Center senior for Revere. Fouls Vince Spence, the Lynn Classical superstar. The first shot, and it's good. First time at the line tonight, as David Mayalese looks to take a little breather on the bench, as Jarrell Bird, the freshman sensation, comes in and redeems his starting position on the court for right now. And Vince Spence goes 2 for 2. And Broadford looks to bring it up. And Emirati has the ball to Muteba, and it's blocked. Stuffed by Roberto Vallon to Vince Spence. Vince Spence dishes it. Oh, and Lynn Classical officially is taking over the game here in the first half. Scored 38-19. Doesn't look very good for Revere at all. Passes it to number 24, and Revere just cannot make a shot right now. Revere cannot make a shot. Getting good looks, but can't get one to drop. Foul called on number 24. Stephen Morello for the Revere Patriots. And Jasper Grasser looks to bring it up for Lynn Classical. Another freshman, the son of Coach Tom Grasser. And Roberto Vallon took a shot, no good. And Revere handled the rebound and the pass. Ooh, and they found a weak spot in Classical's defense, but they couldn't get it. And Danny Broadford with the shot, and it's no good for 3. And he gets it back, the rebound. And the foul called on Jarrell Bird. That's his first of the night. Danny Broadford looks to go to the line for 2. Danny Broadford makes his first shot. Looks to sink in second. Cut the lead. In violation called on Lynn Classical. Shooter looks to get another chance at it. Broadford with the shot, and it's good. Danny Broadford makes 2. Coming off the bench tonight. You'd think he was a starter, but he's coming off the bench tonight for Revere. And he's putting in work for them. Even though they're down 38-21, he's putting in some work. Jasper Grasser looks to take up the ball and dishes it to Vince Spence. Vince Spence to Barberina. Barberina to Jarrell Bird. Barberina with the 3-point shot, and it's no good. Vince Spence gets the rebound back. It's tipped around in the air. Vince Spence passes to Jasper. And Jasper Grasser doesn't get the shot. Muteba of Revere gets the ball. Passes it to number 21, Imbrasio, as Imbrasio brings it back up for Revere. And Muteba gets the ball. And the post on Jarrell Bird. And the shot tipped around the air. And number 24, Stephen Morrell looks well, Revere fans looking for a foul. And they get it. Terrell Bird, second foul on the night. Terrell Bird, a very good player for Lynn Classical, freshman, starting. Well, on and off, but starting this game at least. And the first shot, no good by Morello. Looks to take another one, looks to go 1 for 2. With 2:02 left in the first half, and he makes a second. Goes 1 for 2 in that series of foul shots. And Roberto Vallon looks, nope, Jasper Grasser looks to take the ball up. Very good guard for Lynn Classical. Jasper Grasser. Jasper Grasser gets it back as he dishes it to Gerald Barberina. Oh, and the steal as he looked to dish it to Gerald Grasser. Number 4 drives. And Mark Odessa gets the shot coming off the bench, and looks like Revere's bench is doing better than Revere's starters. Gerald Barberina passes it to Jose Revere. Jose Revere looks to post up. Ooh, and a nice little hook around. Nice little hook around shot. As Jose Revere, very good sophomore, big body, like I said before, looks to get his 8th point of the night. Coming off the bench for Lynn Classical. And Flint gets the ball for a thing, a little dribble move. Ooh, and stuffed by Vince Spence. Oh, and Jose Revere was fouled. Looks to get up. Going to the line for 2. And Revere Patriots foul again, Chris Flint. That's 2 fouls for him on the night. Makes the first of 2. As number 34 looks to come in for Flint. Chris Miga, senior for the Revere Patriots. And the shot, and Jose Rivera with his 10th point in the night. As he goes 2 for 2 at the foul line. And Cimino looks to take it up. And Brasio, looks to take it up. And out of bounds, white ball, out of bounds on the Patriots, on the Revere Patriots. And Jasper Grasser looks to take the ball up, set the offense up, playing the 1 position. Clock winds down in the first half. Vince Spence gets the ball, passes it. Nice little acrobatic pass, but can't get it to go as Revere just jumps in the air and takes it. Number 21, Ambrosio looks to dish it. And Roberto Vallon gets a steal and he takes it up strong. And no foul call, and he gets 2. No foul on the play, and Revere's down 20 in the first half. Not a very pretty game, but it's only first half. We'll see what they can do. And Jose Revere gets the pass, dishes it to Vince Spence. Vince Spence looks to shoot the 3-pointer at half, and it's good for 3! A beautiful shot with the clock line, and Vince Spence gets a 3 buzzer beat at halftime. At halftime, the score 47-24, Lynn Classical lead. Lead in 47-24. Nice little lead for Lynn Classical. They're up 23. As Lynn Classical get the ball to open the half. And we start the action as Jasper Grasser looks to bring the ball up, set up the offense, and he dishes it to Vince Spence. Vince Spence looks for the shot, can't find it, dishes it to Gerald Barberina from Jasper Grasser. Jasper Grasser gets it back to Vince Spence. Vince Spence with the drive, jump shot, no good. And then Brasio gets the ball back, dishes it to Cimino, the guard for Revere. Revere looks to call their plays. And Brasio gets the ball back to Flint. Flint with the drive. Oh, and the offensive foul called on Flint, and Flint looks like he's down, and he's down. Looks like he's down and out for the count. No trainer looks to be able to walk it off, and he stays on the court. Looked like a little injury to the abdomen area, but he gets up and runs it off. And Jarrell Barberina inbounds the ball to Jasper Grassa. They look to set up the offense. And Jasper Grassa with a little crossover move on Ambrosio. Roberto Vallon gets the ball, looks to drive, baseline, and he drives and gets two. Roberto Vallon has 8 points on the night, I believe. Leading scorer for Lynn Classical right now is Michael Quintana with 13 points. And Classical can't get a rebound. David Manalese puts his hand up, and he gets a rebound. And Vince Spence looks to take it up court. They slow it down, and Roberto Vallon with the shot. Whoa. Should have gave that to Jarrell Barberina. Jarrell Barberina was wide open on the three-point line. And the kid can shoot. And the dish, he inbounds it to Jarrell Barberina. Jasper Grassa gets the ball back to the Barberina. Barberina with the three-point shot, and it's no good. Off the rim. Cimino looks to bring it up for Revere. Passes it to Anna Marati. Marati to Flint. Flint to Cimino. Cimino looks to drive. And it's stolen by Jarrell Barberina. Flint gets the steal, looks to dribble to Cimino, and they complete the fast break. Anna Marati gets the point as they drove up court and just did it up. Jasper Grassa looks to set up the offense. Wow. And the ref called a timeout for Jarrell Barberina for having his mouthpiece out. Guess that's a rule in the MIA. Vince Spence looked to get his point, but it's the first time I've ever seen that, honestly. Jarrell Barberina taken out the game by a ref because his mouthpiece was hanging out. And Flint takes the ball up on Vince Spence, but Manalese gets the ball. Cavari gets the rebound. Passes it to Roberto Vallon, and looks to be Lynn Classical ball as Roberto Vallon smart enough to bounce it off the defender before it went out. Jasper Grassa dish inbounds it to Jarrell Barberina. Barberina to Vallon, and Vallon takes it up, and it's no good. Flint gets a steal, dishes to Anna Marati, and Marati brings it up to Ambrosio, Ambrosio drives, and a nice little move. Ooh, nice little moves. You hear oohs and ahs in the Lynn Classical gym. Jasper Grassa inbounds the ball, brings it up court, looks to set up the offense for Lynn Classical. Lynn Classical leading 51-18. Nice little lead. And they're swinging the ball. Jarrell Barberina drives. Ooh, and one play. Jarrell Barberina drove strong to the hole, and he's going to the line to attempt to complete a three-point play. Jarrell Barberina with the shot. It's no good. David Manalese hits it out and be Revere ball. And Marati looks to inbound the ball. Cimino will be taking the ball up court. Nice little pace to Flint. And Flint off in the hands of Morello. Jarrell Barberina looks to inbound the ball to Jasper Grassa. Jasper Grasser looks to bring the ball up court to David Malese. Back to Jasper Grasser. Swing it. Nice little ball movement. Vince Spence gets the ball. It's tipped off everyone's leg. And Jasper Grasser for three, and it's no good. And Cimino looks to bring it up as Ambrosio gets the ball. Nice little cross-up move. Getting double-teamed. And he dishes it to Morello. But Lynn Classical gets the ball, and they throw it up court. Jarrell Berber, and he handles it. And he gets a nice little touch. Classical leading 55-28 in the second half with 11 minutes and counting. And then Moratti gets the ball. Nice little dribble move. Jump shot, no good. Jarrell Berber, and he gets the rebound, and they can't handle it. And foul called on Revere. Foul called on Revere. And Brasio commits another foul. That's his second of the night. Jasper Grasser looks to set up. Vince Spence with the shot, three-point, and it's no good. Jarrell Berberini gets the rebound. That's his third rebound in about a minute. And Jarrell Bird gets the shot. Jarrell Berberini gets the rebound. Jarrell Bird gets the shot. Gets the point. The buckets. And number three, Broadford gets the three-point, can't make it. Jarrell Berberini gets the ball. Roberto Vallon, back to Roberto Vallon. Roberto Vallon, excuse me. A little tongue twisted. And Jarrell Bird gets posted up by number 34, Eric Miga. Eric Miga gets it over the freshman. And they bring it up court. Very fast-paced game for Classical. And Roberto Vallon gets fouled on the floor by number 22, Muteba. The subs come in, number 1, Kavar Jackson, number 42, James Lee Josephs, number 1, number 2, Michael Katana, number 4, Cameron Smith. 3 out of those 4 players I just named Lynn Classical football players who all start. James Lee Joseph drives, and he gets it stolen. He was triple teamed for a moment. And Brasio looks to take the ball up. Looks to set up an offense. Ooh, James Lee Joseph. A little too much hand checking. Foul call on him. His first foul of the night. He's coming off the bench. Senior for Lynn Classical. Classical has a lot of seniors. Not too many seniors, excuse me. They have about 4 or 5 seniors in Classical. They have a lot of young guys, and the young guys are doing good this year. As Jarrell Bird gets the rebound, and he gives it back to Michael Quintana, the point guard, and he takes it up to Cameron Smith, back to Michael Quintana, looks for the three-point, can't find it. James Lee Joseph with the three, no good. As Revere gets it back, and Brasio handles the ball up court. And no travel call, he took a little more steps. Too many steps. Looks like both coaches are just letting the kids play now. I mean, 57-30, things can still happen, but I don't know. Not a lot of plays been called from the sidelines. And Brasio gets the ball, dishes it to number 4, Adessa with the shot. And he has 4 points on the night coming off the bench. Not bad. Michael Quintana looks for a play from Coach Grasser. Dishes it to Jarrell Bird, a little turnaround jumper, no good. And Eric Miga gets the rebound, and Zambrasio brings it up for Lynn Classical, and he looks to drive. Ooh, and he couldn't handle it, and the foul called on Eric Miga. Brasio looked like he was going to have himself 2 points. to add to his inventory, but couldn't get it. As Ambrosio sits down and number 5, Cimino, comes in the game, starting point guard for the Revere Patriots. And number 4, Cameron Smith, inbounds the ball to number 2, Michael Quintana, and dishes it to Cameron Smith. Cameron Smith back to Michael Quintana, to Kavari Jackson. Back to Michael Quintana as they look to swing it. Back to Quintana, a little back and forth, back and forth. Nice little pass. And Drelberg gets fouled by number 34, Eric Miga. Classical leading 57-32 with 8 minutes and 43 seconds to go. As Jarrell Bird gets set to shoot his first of 2 when he misses the first. And Jarrell Bird makes a second. Revere down 26 points in the second half. I'm going to say they're not coming back from this one. Looks just having fun now. Michael Quintana looks to bring the ball up for Lynn Classical. Tommy Grass is still calling plays from the sideline. And to Kavari Jackson. Kavari Jackson drives to Josephs. Josephs couldn't handle it, to Danny Bradford, and foul called on James Lee Joseph. I believe that's 3 fouls on the night for James Lee Josephs. Excuse me, that's 2 fouls. And Cimino looks to bring the ball up court to number 4, Odessa. Odessa drives. Ooh, and that looked way, way, way too easy. 58-34. They cut down the lead to 24. Still a little cushion, and they look to swing it. Still swinging it. To Quintana, to Kavari Jackson, to James Lee Joseph, to Jarrell Bird. Jarrell Bird couldn't handle it. Odessa gets a steal, drives the court. Cameron Smith there to and Cameron Smith gets the block. Not in his house, ladies and gentlemen, not in his house. Number 4, Odessa, handles the ball. Number 22, Matebe, gets it. Jarrell Bird jumps over everyone. Gets it, drives up court, looks to drive. Jarrell Bird with a beautiful move. Beautiful move going coast to coast, coast to coast. Cimino looks to bring it up. Odessa drives. Ooh! Cameron Smith with a disgusting block. That's number 2 on the night. James Lee looks to sit down as number 12. Jose Rivera comes in for Lynn Classical. Cameron Smith with looking like Sean Williams with the block like that. Jose Rivera, ooh, looked to be all ball for me. And that'll be foul number 2 for Jose Rivera. Matebe will be taking the shots for Revere. 60-34 the score. Classical leading. Little confusion on the court. Referee told the sub to wait for him to come in the game. As Matebe takes the second shot, and it's no good. Michael Quintana looks to bring the ball up court. Nice little speed. Dishes it to Mikey, and Cameron Smith looked to make the 3, but he didn't take it. Jarrell Bird dishes it back. Jose Rivera in the middle, and Cameron Smith looks to dish it, passes it to Michael Quintana. Michael Quintana looks to put a move, and Jarrell Bird. I'm telling you, these kids from Lynn Classical can get up there. I'm telling you. These kids can jump high, very, very high. and Muteba and blocked by Jose Rivera. His first block of the night. Michael Quintana gets the ball. He drives up court. And nice little. Lynn Classical's doing great tonight. I have to admit it. They're up 30 points. 6 minutes to go in the game. And Revere's just out of sync right now. Revere's just. I don't know. They're looking all disarray, but I don't know. A good team. As Imbrascio gets the ball. 64-34. Lynn Classical leads with the clock winding. 5:47 to go. Imbrascio looks to get the ball as he dished it to Enamorati, and Enamorati couldn't make it, and Kavari Jackson scores. 4 points on the night for Kavari Jackson. Great wide receiver for the Lynn Classical team who went 7-3. This year, a great team with Coach Matt Durgan doing a great job as he always does. Jump ball called. Arrow pointing to Revere, so Revere will get the ball. And the ref calls for 16 seconds on the shot clock as Enamorati looks to inbound the ball for Revere after the confusion's fixed on the court. Enamorati dishes it into number 24, Steven Morello. Morello and Kavari Jackson looks to come up the court. Ooh, nice little drive move. No one there, fast break. Automatic 2 points for Lynn Classical. Not to jinx them, but just tonight they're automatic. And the pass, and Revere misses, Imbrascio misses, and the pass to Kavari Jackson. And that's 8 on the night for Kavari Jackson, ladies and gentlemen. It's number 8 for the junior sensation. NEC All-Star in football. Good athlete for Lynn Classical. And all types of subs coming in from both sides, Revere and Lynn Classical. Spence, Vallon, Menelese, Grassa, and Berberina come in for Lynn Classical. As Meager, Bradford, Imbrascio, Muteba, and Odessa sub in for Revere. And Odessa handing the ball at the point to Muteba. Muteba to Bradford. Bradford with the shot misses. Meager gets it back to Muteba. Muteba, nice little hop step, but Roberto Vallon gets it after the miss. Roberto Vallon looks. 70-34, the score. Vallon looks, turnaround jumper, and it's good for 2. 72-34, the score. Odessa hands the ball for Revere to Imbrascio, to Bradford, back to Odessa, and the shot, and it's good for 2. Jasper Grassa dishes it to Berberina, back to Grassa, to Vallon. Vallon to Menelese, Menelese to Vallon. Vallon drives. No foul called, and it's in and out of the basket. But Berberina gets it back to Spence. Spence to Vallon. Vallon hesitates, takes a 3, and he makes it. Cash money. 75-37 the score. Odessa hands the ball to Bradford. Bradford into Muteba. Muteba over Menelese. Vallon gets the rebound, brings it up. Fast pace. Grassa slows it down as he gets the ball to Berberina. Berberina to Spence. Spence over Muteba. No good. Odessa gets the ball. Spence brings it up to Grassa. Oh, and Grassa for 2. Look 3, but for 2. $77-37. To Spence. Spence gets the rebound. Barberina drive. Oh, nice little move. If he could dunk, he would have dunked that, but he can't. Not his fault. Lynn Classical having a little fun. Odessa with the 3. Oh, and it's good for 3. Odessa coming off the bench tonight. Valon, no good for 3. Miga gets the ball. Back to Ambrosio. Ambrosio brings it up court. 79-40 the score. This game is way out of control. 81-40 the score. Coach Grassa calls a timeout. I would think he'd take his starters out and put in some subs, but Coach Grassa only has 12 players on the bench on the roster, and I don't know, he puts all of them in the game, so. I don't know what to call it, but Lynn Classical is just playing great tonight. Score 81-40 with 1:20 to go in the game. And Broadford inbounds it for Revere to Ambrosio. Ambrosio drives up court. Back to Broadford. Broadford looks. Finds Muteba. Muteba to Idessa. Idessa brings it up. Back to Ambrosio for Revere. Idessa. Oh, travel called on Revere. Too many steps. And Jasper Grassa inbounds the ball to Cameron Smith. Cameron Smith looks to play point, and no, I'm wrong. Passes it back to Grassa as Cameron Smith plays the 1, the 2, the 3, and the 4 position. That's point guard, shooting guard, small forward, and power forward at times. And Eric Miga fouls Manalese. That's Eric Miga's 3rd on the night. Excuse me, Eric Miga has 4 fouls on the night. And 0 for 2 for David Manalese. Ambrosio brings the ball up, clock winding down. We're under a minute to go. 81-40 the score. Miga to Odessa. Odessa 3-point shot, and it's no good. Cameron Smith gets the rebound. It looked to be Gerald Barberini, but Cameron Smith got the ball. Cameron holding the ball. Coach Grassa tells him to hold the ball. To Gerald Barberina. Out of bounds on Odessa. It has hit his hands. It hit his hands before it went out. And inbound to David Manalese. Back to Grassa, back to Barberina. Barberina to Bird. Lynn Classical come away with the win. Look to go 8-2 on the season, as they have a big game Monday night against Salem, and Revere, even though that was a shot clock, Revere is all right with that. And Lynn Classical will go 8-2 on the season. Vince Spence finishing with 15 points. Mikey Quintana finishing with 13 points. And Vince Spence finishing, I've already said Vince Spence, excuse me. And Lynn Classical comes away with the win. And Roberto Vallon is the leading scorer tonight with 17 points on the night. Great game by both teams, and Lynn Classical just took over the game in the first half. Finished the game 81-40, and with Reggie Duyon, Jeffrey Francis, and Jana Doherty saying goodbye and see you later on TV 15.